Afro-scientific spirituality. My name remains Ife West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about a very powerful topic, which is empowerment versus impoverishment of the African youth. I'll be using Nigeria once again as a veritable case study, and specifically Delta State, specifically a case study of the Urhrobo tribe versus the Ijaw tribe. These are two coexisting tribes in Delta State in Nigeria. I need to be specific. Today, I want to speak to the soul of the African youth, especially the Nigerian youth. I want to speak to their soul, not to their outer layer. Today is going to be very important. Before I proceed, I want to invoke the spirit of our collective ancestors in the continent. I have not done libations in a while now, but I do it before the program or after. I've not really done the visual one, but today I want to call some of our collective deities so that they will be present and they will witness these things I want to say. So please, by all means, if you have anything there, you have whiskey, rum, wine, sapele water, ogogoro, ugofi, even anything you have. If it's Fanta, Coke, soft drinks, bring it out. Let's quickly call some names, some random names of our collective egregores, deities in Africa. Before we start today is going to be very rough and raw, like a Royal Rumble. Okay, please get your whiskey, anything that suits your ganja, anything where you need a step. If you need a step, if you just stay like that, okay, the ancestors could see answer you. So before I will proceed, I'll first of all call upon the opener of the way, aka Eshu, Babalegba, Elegbara, Ekwensu, Baroski. I give you a drink today, great one, great wise one, the one in charge of the decision-making process. I call upon you today. I ask that you open the gateway of the in-between worlds so that the spirits of our fallen heroes, former workers of the dwellers of the earth, our ancestors, wise ones, powerful ones, that we step into this circle, step into this video, stand with us and speak to the truth of the living soul of the African consciousness in our people today. I give you a drink today, Issue. Accept your drink. It's I call upon Obatala, Ancient Supreme One, Wise One, Pure One, all-encompassing one, all-knowing one. Come upon this program today. Go into the hearts and mind of our people. Remove every curtain of ignorance. To speak to their soul today. Let them know that they need to do what they need to do. It's I call upon Olohu, God of War, aka Ogun. Accept your drink today. Stand with us with your venom, with your fire, with your smoke, with your spear, your shield, and everything that represents warfare. And be with us in this live chat. I call upon Amadioa, ancient God of Thunder. Give you your drink. I call upon Shango, God of Fire. Stand with us this day. Ogun, God of Iron, God of Technology. Peter, I give you your own. Aziza, Hazaka, Osin, Osinye, Oshosi, I give you your own drink. Make you stand with me. Ampu, aka Anubis, aka Impu, the God of the dead, the one that sits at the halls of the double truths, the black temple of the ancient pyramid of Khufu. I greet you today. Arise from your black temple, from your temple of omnipotence, and open the gates to the nether regions of the consciousness and abyss of our people today. I call upon Jeuti, ancient God of wisdom, scribe of the Father Empire. Give us the ability to see, to look, to see beyond what is there, to see into the spirit world. Give us the spirit of intuition, the spirit of discernment, the spirit of understanding, overstanding, understanding, grandstanding. Stand with us now forevermore. It's I call upon our spirits of our local consciousness. I call upon the great spirit of Igbesu, the warrior spirit of the Ijaw clan. I call upon Ugberaga. I call upon Oloku, Omaloku, the ancient mother of the sea. I call upon Ogene. I call upon Amara. I call upon all our African spirits that stand for truth, justice, righteousness, and balance. I call upon some of our ancestors that have gone before us. People like Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Michael Jackson, Thomas Sankara, Theophilus Obenga, Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. John Henry Clark, great people that stand for African freedom. Nelson Mandela, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, General Rawlings, Sister Francis, great people, powerful people, Inoko Rashidi. I give you your drink today. I ask that the gates of the Amente will be open, that you people shall give us your lending hands and ears. And there are many more that are too numerous to mention, those that start fighting, those that are still in the struggle. I give up the dream to do. I say that your power, your consciousness, your kindness, or every good thing that you bring will be with us this day now forevermore. We say this in the name of Amen-Ra, in the name of Aminet, in the name of Konsu, in the name of Nevetem, in the name of all our ancient Kemetic kings and princes, Ramses, Mentu Otep, all our great people, Pianki, the Scorpion King, Amenes, and all the rest ones is Siagwari is done. So I thank you guys for joining me in this libation. Very, very important. Okay. Today I'll be talking about something that is very, very transformational. This is the issue of empowerment of our youths. We'll talk about empowerment of the youths. It is very, very important because, as you know, the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. Now, so they're talking, okay, that we should always plan for the future. Who we carry us as Africans into the future, if not the children. So, for the dreams of we seeing a better future to manifest, we must invest in our future generations, especially the youth population of the country. This is a common sense standard of knowledge that everybody know all over the world. Okay, they say the child is the father of the man. Okay, according to the English people. It's like a great circle of life. The man gives birth to the child, the man gets old and dies, the child buries the man, and the cycle continues. For prosperity, productivity, and continuation, this circle needs to continue and evolve. In Nigeria, it is the opposite. In African countries, this is where you will see leaders that do not practice this philosophy. When you see a man that is supposed to be retired still coming to run for public office, where you see people like the Buharis, the Tinubus, people that are over 80 years, 90 years, old men that are supposed to be in old people's home, relaxing, chilling at a beach somewhere. They are so greedy. They don't want to drop power. They want to keep on ruling. These are men that have white hair. Not only their hair is already white, their private parts, their prick, all the hair for them don't white. They still, on their armpit hair don't white. They still no one give chance to the youths to be leaders of tomorrow. What is the hope for the youths? You're going to find that in place like the difference between African countries, i.e. Nigeria, and China, Japan, Thailand, and America, European countries. Those countries, they follow this simple philosophy of empowering the next generation, empowering the youth. In Nigeria, they don't empower their youths. In Africa, they impoverish them. Impoverish them by denying them access to the things that are supposed to empower them. Creating jobs for the youth, no job. Giving them quality education, it is not there. Building infrastructures that they can be able to build on, it is not there. No good road, no securities, no proper health care, no opportunities, nothing that the youth can be able to use to grow. This is impoverished. Okay, give them allocations for them to be able to strive by themselves. Nothing, no opportunities. It is just there. Nigeria is a country whereby you go to university, you finish a university degree, you get your first class or second class certificate, you will not find a job because the jobs are not just there. The elders, the so-called leaders, refuse to create these enabling opportunities for the youths. So what did the youth go into? They go into many jobs, and many of them become strugglers in life. They become beggars. You see graduates doing jobs that are unbefitting of graduates in Nigeria. You see university holders driving keke nape, tricycle, taxi in Nigeria. You see them working in places you don't expect to see them, doing many jobs, doing phone calls, selling recharge cards under umbrella, doing POS, graduates, because there's no jobs. Many of our youths that run abroad because they can't survive the suffering in Nigeria. Many of the youths in Nigeria now, they are into 419, Yahoo Plus. Most of the girls are into hookups because there's not just opportunities out there. And we have a lot of human resources. So what we take over these people, they have to go into social vices. They have to do all these things to survive because their elders have neglected to empower them. When you fail to empower your children, your youth in your country, the opposite is impoverishment. As a result of that, they will have stunted growth. They will have stunted growth. Your youths cannot be able to compete with the youths from other countries. So anytime they meet each other, there will be the case of one will be like a deformed or defective person, a cripple. You have crippled them financially. So your youth will have to be working for the youths of other countries to be paid by them. Many of them will become beggars. They will go to other countries in order to meet up. They'll be committing crimes. They'll be stealing. They'll be doing Yahoo, doing prostitution, selling drugs, kidnapping. All these social vices we have in Nigeria is because there's lack of opportunities. And our so-called leaders that are in charge, that are refusing to leave the power, they don't care. This is the problem. They don't care about the general population. They only care about their own children. They don't care about empowering the youths. They have this mentality that if they empower the youths, then they will not be able to be who they are. They will not be able to be big. Then the youth can be talking to them tomorrow, asking, demanding accountability, and they don't want to be accountable because they are greedy. They see political office as a kind of royalty kingdom for them, whereby they want to be there forever. Everybody is their subjects. They are not accountable to anybody. Instead of using government or public office to bring prosperity to their people, they now use it to spread poverty, and they use it to weaponize poverty. When everybody is poor, they cannot challenge me. So everybody have to be poor. This is the mentality the average so-called leader have in Nigeria. This is why they don't care about empowering the youths. When you talk of youth empowerment program, what you see most governors and leaders do is very shameful. Youth empowerment program is to put solar street lights, is to buy keke for people to drive, is to give them hose to go and be doing very crude farming. Youth empowerment program is to buy rice, bag of rice, and share to people in the community that they are going to eat, and it will finish within 3 months and they will become hungry again. That is not what they call youth empowerment program. It's not actual empowerment program. It is charity program. When you're doing charity, people are hungry, you call them together, you bring a camera, you say you donate some bag of food for them. They're going to eat it and it's going to be finished. But if you create training programs for the youth, they will have skills to feed themselves. If you create companies and jobs opportunities for the youth, they will be able to have something doing and they don't need to beg for a living. But many of our leaders have refused to do this. Many of our leaders are too old. Some of them urinate on themselves. We have some that pee on themselves during the last election due to stress. We have some of our leaders that are in diapers. They wear nappy pants, but they don't want to come out for the place. We have very shameful people, elders that are crabs in Africa that don't care about the youth. When you don't care about your youth, what you will create is a heaven of criminals, of scorpions, a basket of scorpions. And there will be no peace in your lands because people are hungry. When they are hungry, they are angry, and they will do anything to eat. An hungry man does not know anything. They don't know law and order. They don't know how to obey. They don't know how to listen to anybody. Anybody that have money is kin to them. This is why we have a lot of corruption in a place like Nigeria. Policemen are not paid on time. Soldiers are not paid on time. Could you believe that policemen in Nigeria will serve for 35 years? They will give them a payout of just 2 million naira after 35 years of service. Your gratuity is just 2 million naira. That is about, in Nigerian's money, now it's not more than $2,000. Now, $1,000 is about 1.5 million naira. Somebody will serve his country for 35 years. He will retire and your government will give him just 2 million, less than $2,000 for him to go and retire. What is that? What kind of nonsense is that? Tell me why police will not be collecting bribes on the road when they know that their future is bleak and hopeless. Why will they not, any criminal that commits crime, why will they not collect money from the criminals so that they can use those money to be helping themselves and their family, because they know that when they retire, there's nothing waiting for them except hardship. Some soldiers will complain online that the money they pay them, they cannot even pay transport fare back to see their family. We have this kind of country where the system have been designed to impoverish the civil servants. Not even, these are people working for the government. They are impoverished. Not to talk about the youths. Papa never shop, we picking one con shop. I be. They don't even care about the youths. That's why you see African youths running across the Sahara Desert, risking their life, risking slavery. They even know that they are going into slavery. They are happy to be enslaved by the foreigners than to continue suffering and dying inside their country. They run abroad. Look at UK, look at America. All our professionals are there because every sector of the Nigerian economy is impoverished by our criminal leaders. Instead of empowering your people, empowering your lecturers, empowering your doctors, empowering your youth, you are impoverishing everybody. Not that we don't have money, but they refuse to empower them. So what we have is a quagmire whereby everybody is scampering, is struggling to survive the crumbs that the government is pushing out. As a result of this, we are not comfortable. We are always complaining. We are always looking for help, even spiritual help. We have so many mushroom churches in Nigeria taking advantage of these impoverishments that is deliberate. When you impoverish people so much, normal regular things that is supposed to be provided by the government becomes a miracle. This is a country whereby 24 hours lights is a miracle. NEPA give 2 days and not take lights, people will start getting happy. We don't know what is constant power supply. We don't know what is security. Many of us living in Nigeria cannot go out in the nights. I've been abroad many times. Nightlife is something that people look forward to because everywhere is safe. Nigeria, you go out in the night at your own risks. Night belongs to another people. You come out in night most time, you will not even see any policeman on the road. People that you see on the road are people we call eco. We don't know how to live in peace for our country. What is the source of all this problem? Somebody have decided to impoverish the population instead of empowering the population because of their own greed and wickedness. The average politician in Nigeria, what they do is to go into power, steal as much money as possible, then send their children abroad to acquire foreign citizenships. And when the children have schooled abroad, they made money, they set up their life there. They don't care about building a country, making it a peaceful place. What they care as far as my children is safe, I don't care about the rest, people. Forgetting that this is the same country, we all come from this country. Nigeria will never be great if we don't transform it. If you think that you going abroad, think that you have escaped this place called Nigeria, and you still from Africa, you still carry the passport, even if you change the passport, you will still not be respected as a black person until Africa is great. So we must change this system. The question now is that how can we change this system whereby our whole government have been taken over by these criminal politicians, these evil old men that are in diapers and have refused to give power to the youths. This does not open up. It does not happen only in Nigeria. Look at Cameroon. We have a 90-year-old man in Cameroon that have refused to relinquish power to the youths. He is still running for another tenure of 7 years or something like that. Not ashamed. Just beside Nigeria here, Cameroon. Look at their presidents and ancestors. He has no new vision. That guy is running on Windows 97 operating system. Old school Pentium 1, depleted, outdated politician. What does that kind of man have to offer Cameroonian youths? Nothing but more impoverishment. Selling all their natural resources to France for peanuts. You will not hear the name of this man mentioned in any Western media. They don't talk about the man. They don't call him a dictator. No Western media, BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, have ever called this Cameroonian president a dictator. They don't even mention him. You think he does not even exist. You know why? Because he's totally in bed with them. He has been ruling Cameroon since before I was born. And I'm over 40-something years now. This man has been the president of Cameroon. He has refused to relinquish power. He doesn't have nothing. Cameroonians, you see them in other countries struggling. Very, very shameful. Look at the one ruling us in Nigeria right now, another ancestors. He has everything, but he still want to not give chance for the youth. So when will somebody from my generation become a president? Don't think anybody from my generation have any hope. When these old white, senile, old, outdated men are refusing to leave power, no hope for the youth. This does not only translate to presidents. So we have leaders in our communities. I am coming to our local leaders. All of them in this range, they have the same mentality. It's like the old people in Nigeria. They are the ones causing all the problems. They are very, very greedy. They don't want to give chance for the youth. The question is now, when we have this kind of leaders that are already proliferated in Africa, as a youth, upcoming youth, how do we solve this problem? Whereby you speak in some countries, freedom of speech is not there anymore. They lock you up. You cannot complain. Like place like Cameroon, you cannot even talk freely the way we talk freely in Nigeria. you're going to a jail, you never see light again. It's even worse there. Very wicked, evil creature that is ruling there. That guy is not even a human being. The guy na Amweber. The one we have here, we not just know waiting it be. We see the look am. See the problem now. For youths to be able to change this situation for themselves and their future generations, we have to start sacrificing ourselves. This is the only way we can bring change. I have seen this vision a long time ago, that the only way we can bring change to this system that is already controlled by corruption, we must start sacrificing ourselves. By sacrificing, I don't mean tying bomb and blowing yourself like those stupid terrorist suicide bombers. No, not suicide bombing. I mean dedicating our life to make a difference, to change the system. We must sacrifice all those things that we feel that we are enjoying or we are supposed to enjoy. Many of the youths now in Nigeria, they are drug addicts. They are alcoholics. They are gamblers. They are very, very promiscuous because they are doing all these things to escape the pain and hopelessness that they know that is palpable around them. Many of them are so religious that they are more religious than even than Jesus Christ. All these things our youths are doing, I know that it is defense mechanisms, not to feel the pain of the country. It's very painful when we have all these natural resources, but we know that we are trapped. And we know that the system is designed against us. And yet we still want to live a better life. And they tell us we should trust the system, and the system fails us every time. Look at the last election. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. Go and get... What happens? The former President Buhari deceived the whole Nigerian youth after making sure, stressing us to go and get PVC. Even people came from abroad to come and get PVC in Nigeria. I was even campaigning for people to get PVC. What did we see? Our own president and INEC play us wayo. They rigged your results. People voted. Their vote did not count. The machines did not work. The so-called beavers did not transfer results. People stayed in line for morning till night. Our own president play us wayo. He don't die now. He don't die last week. They say make we cry. I will never forget that incident that INEC and Buhari did to us. Next election, how will you trust the system? I'm just waiting for somebody that will tell me to go and get PVC again. Make I give an dirty slap. I know what happened. We know the way our leaders have been letting us down continuously. So I don't even... The system right now, a lot of youths are totally have lost hope in the system. We just did like daily. We don't know what to do. So when you see youths drinking every weekend, every day, I don't even know what to say, because I know the problem. We are depressed. We are hopeless. We are sad. We are miserable. You not get what we feel do. You talk, you go die. You not talk, you go still die. So what is the best option? Talk and die. Now that matter, now we don't reach that level. The only way for our youth to change this situation is to start sacrificing ourselves. We must dedicate our life to making a difference. And I am happy that I have started seeing people that are doing this. I will start giving an example. Let me take the very first example. If you are from Nigeria or you are familiar with Nigerian trending issues, we now know about somebody they call Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man is a Nigerian youth, product of Nigeria. How do we know him right now? He saw the system and he was not happy, and he dedicated his life to making a difference. Now he's very popular. I will say he's the #1 influencer in Nigeria now because of the way he has come out to sacrifice himself for justice and truth. Because of somebody like Very Dark Man now, a lot of people have hope. A lot of youths now have hope in Nigeria. A lot of youths have hope. Every day I see his videos, I see what he's doing. Though it's not perfect, but he's doing way better than all our politicians put together. He's doing way better than all of them. He has sacrificed himself. And when I see, I know that this man is ready to die for the cause. And he's making change. All those things that other youths are saying they are enjoying, drinking, womanizing, clubbing, you will throw away all those things too. Me, myself, I have sacrificed all those nonsense a long time ago. That's why I can do what I do. For our youths to be able to change, to make a better life, we must sacrifice ourselves. All those things you're thinking you will enjoy, all those things not be enjoyment too. All those things are nonsense. Nobody is going to give you an award for having the largest amount of girlfriends. They will not give you Grammy for that. Nobody will give you Grammy for shutting down the tables in the club every weekend. Nobody's going to give you a Grammy for taking drugs and gambling, the best gambler in the world. Nobody's going to give all these things that you're thinking is something. We need to dedicate our life to a constructive purpose. This is the sacrifice I am talking about. We must start doing that because that is the only way we can change and the future and get a better life for the next generation. But a lot of our youths don't want to do this. This is the problem. I want to give an example again of some people in my state, Delta State. We have the Urhrobo tribe and the Ijaw tribe. If you are from Nigeria, you will know this very well. I am an Urhrobo. I will tell you that Urhrobo has the most impoverished youth in the whole of Nigeria. Why? Because all our Urhrobo leaders, they are very, very greedy. 99% of them. All the money, all the allocations, all the things that are supposed to be for the youths have been stolen by our own leaders. Not by the president in Aso Rock, not by even people that are supposed to steal from us. Our own people that are supposed to be our leaders, our elders, are stealing our resources, stealing our money. As a result of this, our youths are beggars. Our youths are heavily in crime. Our youths are heavily in drug addiction. Because their elders have refused to empower them. We have leaders that are greedy. Very popular leaders. I don't want to call their name in this video. Many of them are greedy. They have kill squads. Many people are afraid. If you petition them or you call their name, they come after you with everything to make sure that they nail you inside the coffin you will never get out from. Our own leaders. So. Now, what is happening to Delta States? High rate of frauds. Youths are into Yahoo, Yahoo Plus, all of them. Girls are into hookup. They all have websites for hookups. Urhrobo people, Urhrobo children, and the elders are there. Very wicked elders. Now, look at another tribe, Ijaw people. There is one man called Tompolo, a youth. This person sacrificed his life for the old Ijaw people. One guy stand up, just like very dark man. He stand up against the marginalization, the oppression by the government, the negligence of the Niger Delta, the criminality. He came out and he sacrificed himself to defend his country, defend his people. One man out of everybody. Now, what is happening now? The Ijaw people, they are enjoying. They have been given a very, very lucrative contract of guiding pipelines all over the Niger Delta. This man did not stop there. He made sure that he shared the money to all the communities. All the youths, Ijaw people, that they are all empowered. Hungry, they catch anyone. Even people that are non-tribes, he still share, give them. They are enjoying in Delta States. They have scholarship, they have amnesty program, they have empowerment program, they have security, they have everything is working for them. Why? Because somebody, one guy, sacrificed his life through Ijaw spirituality. This person that did this was not a Christian. All the old Christians where were there, all of them were thieves. One spiritual leader came out, sacrificing life. Now he has liberated a whole generation of people. Now look at the Urhrobo or neighbors beside. The money that the government allocated for Urhrobo people through this man's sacrifice, through his sacrifice, his sweat and blood, his people died for this. Now the money that he has been able to bring to the state for development, the one that they're supposed to give to the Urhrobo tribe, just 2 Urhrobo leaders took this money and they put it in their pockets. We are talking about billions, more than $2 billion every month. Just 2 people put it in their pockets. The Urhrobo youths have nothing. And we're talking about making a better life for your people. Now, see what is happening now. Why some people are buying lands every day, buying cars every day. The other one, their youths are begging. They are begging scraps to eat. What do you see happening in the future? Within the next 20 years, who you think will be the dominant force in Delta State? Is it the one that is being empowered or the one that is impoverishing their people? I will leave that mass for you to solve. Okay? Now we see youths, most of our youths, when you bring this topic to them, you hit them with this topic. Many of them will try to run away because then themselves don't want to accept responsibility and they don't want to change their life. They don't want to sacrifice their life for a better future for themselves. They still want to go out every weekend. They want to drink beer every weekend. They want to enjoy themselves in this dirty country. Well, you can enjoy yourself today, but tomorrow you will weep. You want to laugh now and cry later. According to IQ, you better cry now and laugh later. That is the one I prefer. Now you see 2 examples of 2 people that have sacrificed themselves to make a better life for their generation, and they are making waves. We see the person of Very Dark Man. We see this person called Tompolo. See how one man has transformed his own tribe. One man. Because of one man, all the kings are now back into their spiritual practice. Just one man did this for everybody. You can see the power of change by choosing to stand for the truth. Many of us now, the youths of today, we are complaining. But if they say we should stand for the truth, how many youth can stand? You will not see anybody. I know how many times I have invited people to come to this YouTube channel to come and talk about African spirituality. They run away. They refuse. These are people that they claim that they practice African spirituality. Just show your face on this channel. Let's talk about it. Let people see us. You will not see them. And yet they want a better life for themselves. Is it possible? I will leave that question to you. We need to know that when we are trapped in a system of corruption, whereby there's no opportunities for us, everything is blocked. Corruption, nepotism, tribalism, bigotry is the order of the day. Criminality is the order of the day. How do we make a change? We make a change by sacrificing ourselves to stand for the truth, by speaking out and doing what is right. This is the only way we can make a difference. This is part of what I am doing on this channel, by talking about African spirituality face to face, bringing these topics to bear. This is how we change the system, by creating our own system. This is what we youths of today must do. If we really want a better life and we really want our future to change, we too, we must change ourselves first. We must be ready to sacrifice ourselves for this cause. We must be on ground to do the sacrifice. I tell people, if you are abroad, many Nigerians will run abroad. When they are in abroad, they will start talking. I know many activists that are complaining, fighting the government, but they are not in Nigeria. You cannot be comfortable, living comfortable life. I've lived abroad before. I know how it is. Enjoying free security, peace, and you are fighting, you are not fighting, you need to be on ground. You should come back to Nigeria. Be on ground here. I'm not saying you should not travel, but at least they come home. You cannot be abroad for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you say you're an activist, you're fighting. Which government you they fight? Which change you they do? Who know you for here? That's why I don't mention those other people's names. There are a lot of them abroad talking about the government, and they are living in America, living in UK. You need to be on ground. Come back to the country, fight, build your structure inside the country, build your empowerment program inside the country, and let's try to do the change. These two people I'm talking about, to these two examples, they are in Nigeria. Very dark man, and here they stay. The other guy, Tompolo, na Nigeria they. In all they abroad, they doing fights. You must be on ground to be effective. So if you are living abroad and you really want to change, prepare yourself and come back. You will need to dig ground. Now the truth I tell you so. Because the battle is strong. You need to see what people are seeing. You need to witness what we are witnessing on a daily basis. You need to go down to see how you can be able to transform. Do that change. Become that change that you want to see. And when you have been able to do this, your impact will now be felt. That people will now start taking notice. And they will follow your footsteps. Let's forget about the enjoyment. I can escape Nigeria. Nothing will happen to me. I have risen beyond that capacity of say, I'll not get up again. I can choose to keep quiet. Many of these other people, they have empowered themselves to a level whereby the negative effects cannot touch them anymore. Okay? So I'm not saying before you want to come and do it, you say you not get anything for harm. When you don't empower yourself, no, so you don't pass this level of this poverty, you don't escape the cage of where the government can couple you, where any factor of any natural element can touch you. Come back to come and transform this continent. If the mother continent is not great, we cannot be great anywhere. Other countries that we are running to, people sacrifice their life to build it. Look at China. Do you know how many people sacrifice their life for that place to come to be there? Look at Japan. Look at America. I know how many sacrifice they did. People died there to make that country great. We too must be willing to do the same for our own Nigeria to be great. We are going to reincarnate back here. Okay, so don't think this lifetime will be all about it. When we make this place great, our children will reap the benefits. But if we run away, or we behave like these other criminal politicians, no matter how far they run, they still carry the stigma of being an African with them. The stigma of weakness, the stigma of being incapacitated, stigma of not having a base whereby people can be proud of, stigma of all these bad stories we are hearing about. If they like, they carry diplomatic passport or not, it is still affecting them. If you like, you call yourself or you are in America, you have American passport, people will still be looking down on you as far as Africa is still down. Those people that run away to America, those Nigerians, they know what I'm talking about. You cannot escape being a Nigerian. You cannot escape being an African. Once you're an African, you can never go back. You like bleach your skin. Okay? The Caucasians will never accept you. If you like, go to their governments and do everything for them. You are still a NIG to them. It is very, very shameful, but we need to step off this. We need to choose either to empower or to impoverish. Since our leaders have turned a deaf ear to this noble duty of empowering us, we must create our own systems. We must align these systems based on our spiritual practices. This is the only thing that will unify us and will give us that power that we need. These two activists that I call their name here, both of them are not Christians. They are into African spirituality. You will see where they get the source of their empowerment from. Connecting to your true spirituality. A lot of Africans today, a lot of the youths, They have refused to connect back to their true spirituality. Many of them will just come around you pretending that they practice. They just want to hear or see what they can benefit from you. On Sunday, they still go to. In fact, they know they miss church. They know they miss church. And they want Nigeria to better. Any activist that having is based on Christianity, don't follow that activist. Don't follow. Now, where you go see carry you put inside where, because your Christianity is based on corruption. Christianity is a capitalistic religion. So don't expect deliverance from there. A system that is telling you have to be loyal to the Western world for salvation, for freedom. You have to be dependent. You have to forgive your enemies. You don't have to hold your enemies accountable. That system will never liberate you. So when I see some activists coming out, I try to study them very well. What are they practicing? When I know they are spiritual based, it doesn't always work. Activists in Nigeria that are making wave, they are not Christians. So worry is the African spiritualist. So will not be Christian. No. Fela was not a Christian. Okay? The impact Fela made, it is still in effect tomorrow. Very dark man, not be Christian. No. Tom Polo, not be Christian. Make you just know today, in case you did look, you see their spiritual base is based on the foundation is built on their organic connection to divinity. That is where they draw their inspiration from. You see the difference? We have never had a spiritual leader since the inception of Nigeria and a president that practiced African spirituality that is connected to the land. We never get that for Nigeria yet. All of them are these Christians and Muslims, criminals. We never get real African conscious leader or even governor. They're not going to let you reach that place. You will not even get to the corridors of power if you are not a Christian or a Muslim. You're not near them. They will not let you. The only way we can change the system is to create our own system. Start doing things by ourselves. We must challenge the evils of the society. We must create a better life. We must speak the truth. We must solve problems for people. We must educate the people, re-educate them. We must empower them. This is why I put a lot of videos on this channel for free to empower our people about African spirituality. This channel is all about empowerment. I have to sacrifice my life. You think it's easy to put your face to African spirituality? I have lost my whole family. I have lost because I choose to stand for African spirituality. I have lost many people, many relationships, many dating I am supposed to. I have lost them. Girls see me, they run. Say, oh, what's the girls say this guy, they run. Girls, they run. I don't mind. They could not run. I don't mind. I'm not going to say because of a piece of ass, I will now throw away my spirituality. I sacrifice all those things. I sacrifice friendship. Some people that I know that maybe they will give me connection to be a big boy. They're cut off. I told you that one of my friends blocked me because when you see I talk about African spirituality on YouTube, old friend we used to grow to work together. When we finally reconnect back, he asked me what you do. I teach African spirituality on YouTube. Immediately he saw my YouTube channel, he blocked me. I laugh. He was ashamed to associate himself with me. He was ashamed. I didn't blame him. I have lost so many relationships, lost so many things, lost a lot of connections just because I stand up for African spirituality. This is sacrifice I am willing to pay. And I will do it again. In my next life, I will do it again. I will do it all over again. I will make everything, then I will sacrifice everything. I will destroy my own life again and again for African spirituality. I can choose to stay abroad for the rest of my life, marry them, waste my life, live a very good life of pleasure and opulence. I destroy that life because I sacrifice it. I want people to know about African spirituality and history. I lost that life. Many of my friends, they're still back there enjoying themselves, but see me, I'm here, sitting in front of a native pot, and doing libation and lighting candles. This is the price you need to pay for us to have a better future, for our people to be equipped with the knowledge that will liberate them. You go lost many things. So are you ready to do that? If you are not ready to do that, your life not go change, your country not go better, and nobody will do it for you. This is what we are facing. So before you say you want to come here, you should be able to make a decision. I tell people that I have already dug my grave a long time ago, so I'm not afraid to die anymore. Practicing African spirituality and standing by it is like digging your own grave, then getting inside, then burying yourself. This is how it is. It is absolute rebellion to the powers that be, to defy their religion, defy their lies, defy everything, and say, no, I will stand on my own. I will follow the way of the ancient ones. I will walk in their footsteps. I'm going to be digging all the truths and exposing it. You know what that means? And not only that, I will be helping people again. I'll be liberating people. I'll be doing my best to be correcting mistakes and error, Bob. It's all in a day's work. This is what it means to bring change. You sacrifice the pleasure, relationships, comforts, all these things. You lost many friends. You will lost your family. You even lost your relationships. Some people that come this way, they lost their children, lost their wife, run leave them. Husband go run leave you. To say you don't mad. You have gone into diabolism. Everybody will orchestrate you. You're going to lose a lot of things, man. But you will gain them back. You are going to gain new friends, spirit highlights, a sense of purpose, sense of direction. You're going to be alive. Every day you will know that you are alive and you are making a difference. You're going to be seeing lights. Things will be going well for you. You face challenge and you will overcome all your challenges. You'll be a difference and you will write yourself in history. This is what you will be. So for our own traditional, our youths, many of them are not willing to make this challenge, this dive. Only very few. So when I see them, I look at them, I say, well, I go suffer well. Many youths, they don't even know what time is it yet. So we see youths now, the Urhrobo youths, they are beggars now. They go beg other people for food. The other day, I see some of them on the begging another tribe for work. You cannot even talk to your own people. Our elders, our kings, our leaders have impoverished us. The so-called UPU, Urhrobo Progressive Union, nothing to write about, no empowerment program, all about countering to the gimmicks of politicians to look for money to put in pocket. They don't care about it. The youths don't turn to beggars. Within 20 years, Urhrobo is going to lose data states. That is what will happen. We have already lost data state as it is. When you impoverish your people in your own lands, what do you think will happen? Foreigners is going to come in and will buy everywhere. This is what is happening now. The one that empower his people will become wealthier, while the ones that impoverish their people will become poorer. And don't blame anybody when this happens. So all Urhrobo leaders, this is why I run away from many Urhrobo elders. I don't visit them. I don't go to them from anything. Because their mentality is very low. Very, very low. They have nothing to offer. Many of them are greedy. I call them Pentium 1, Windows 97 operating system. How you expect me to go to listen to somebody that have nothing to offer me except slavery and bondage? When they do prayers, they do libation, they go end up with Jesus Christ's name. They have no fusion, no vision, no direction for the youths. They want youths to be like to be like donkeys. They want youth to be their slave. Very shameful. Urhrobo leaders are very, very shameful. I'm ashamed of many of our leaders to even greet some of them, except they had me. You won't greet somebody when you know it's an enemy of progress. So that's why they avoid them. When I look at them, what is their track record? Stealing and womanizing is their track record. Now this kind of people will want respect. Now this one might be youth leaders. We not get vision. When complain, we send money. Government will send money. That we package everything inside their office. Nobody will see anything. They buy big jeep, they roll all around town, they carry girls. Then they call themselves leaders. Are these the future that we want to emulate? I say no. So what will happen to us as a people? The people that empower their own children will fare better naturally than those that did not empower their own children. This is what will happen. And those impoverished ones will become beggars. They will become the dregs of society. They will lose all heritage. This is what will happen. So my prognosis for the Urhrobo youth is poverty and disappearance. And many of the so-called youths, they don't even want to sacrifice their life to make a positive change. This is the painful part. They don't even want to do anything. So I'm dropping this video. I've talked about these things many times. What you people doing? You need to get into this thing that we run away. They're running away from their responsibilities because they want to enjoy. If you see the way some of our youth talk about abroad, they talk about abroad like going abroad is the ultimate. Going to UK, going to America solves all your problem. They just want to run away and become a UK American citizen. But thank God that Donald Trump and the UK people, they have blocked that window. Una not feel wrong go anywhere. Una go stay Africa here. You cannot escape to America anymore to acquire citizenship. You can't go to UK anymore to acquire citizenship. Your only fight is here in Nigeria. Fight here. You must die here with us. So the sooner you wake up and smell the pepper soup, the better it is for you. Okay? We will drink this pepper soup together, whether you like it or not. No matter where you run to. Your final bus stop is in Africa. Now here, they will bury you. You are going to die, and your body is going to be bring back. If you even get some dignity, if you even get more dignity. Because to fly dead body is very, very expensive. So they're still going to carry you back to here, and then they will bury you in Africa. It's a shame for an African to be buried outside the continent. It's a very big shame. So whether you like it or not, this very continent is your final resting place. If you marry outside, you born children, your children will be lost if you do not have an African consciousness. So whether you like it, you cannot escape this problem. We are all in it together. So the best thing you can do is to be part of the solution. You can do this by joining forces, speaking against the evils in the society, sacrificing your life to make a difference like the rest of us that have taken this initiative. This is the only way Africa will be great again. It has come to the point whereby the youths need to step up, and the youths need to take the initiative to sacrifice themselves for a better future. So we need to focus. Are you trying to stand for empowerment, or you are looking for impoverishment? The onus is on you. You want to be empowered or you want to be impoverished? And how do you create your own system inside this wickedness or quagmire we call government? So this is the message the ancestors said I should bring to you, especially to the Nigerian youths that are always trying to run away from their problem and run away from their responsibilities. Those ones running into alcohol, into gambling. When your eye clear, we still there they wait you. So the sooner you wake up, the better for you. So this is a word for the wise. So I thank you guys for watching today. Questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and when you subscribe, make una hit the enable all notification button. YouTube say make una the press am. I don't know if they worry YouTube. The same way you press am when I put video, una go the quick receive am. When I post articles, una go the quick dey see am. And so they still. Then if you want to learn African spirituality, I have a 6 months program where I teach it from the history to the metaphysics to the sciences and the hardcore spirituality. I have been able to create a very powerful curriculum that will give you all the direct information so that your time will not be wasted when you want to learn, not picking bits and pieces from information. Many of them are not correct. You don't have a dedicated teacher that will stand by you, be guiding you in this process. Spirituality doesn't need a savior. What you need is somebody that will guide you with the knowledge until you can stand on your feet. Within 6 months, you should be able to stand on your own feet. My spirituality is different from yours, but I will give you the fundamental principles that you need to succeed. We are not like Christianity or Islam that we go to church every Sunday to be reciting something from a book for the rest of our life, wasting valuable time, resources, and energy. Like we are a 12 years old baby, they need to repeat things to you. Yeah, we teach you the fundamentals and you use it, apply it to live your life. So you don't waste time here learning. Experience is the best teacher. You know it and live your life. So join my program and you will see the difference. This is where we talk about real empowerment here. Empowering youth for liberation, spiritual evolution, advancement, development, all those things that will free us from these evil people. Now here we dey talk about them for this channel. So register for my program. If you don't have money to register, there's over 1,000 videos on spirituality on this channel right now. You can learn a lot of things by watching this channel. Okay, then if you want to help me, you want to also help yourself too to know things, you can buy my books. I have written 3 books so far. This one is on quantum physics, talks about the study of the invisible particles of nature. African spirituality is a study of the things you can't see with the naked eye, the spirit world, the world of the ancestors, infernal, celestial, spirits, deities, ghosts. You will learn all these things. In this book, I cover topics like time travel, space travel, or quantum or teleportation. I talked about negative space, the evil forest, 666 melanin, sacred space, the atomic structure, origin of the Christian religion, the plagiarization of the Christian religion, a lot of advanced topic, gargouts, God Almighty, grand unified theory, what it entails. You need to do all these things. These are the things religion will never teach you. These are the things the Western world will never teach you because they want you to be disempowered. When you don't have knowledge of this, your brain, something is missing inside you. You cannot challenge them. You cannot be able to apply yourself to change your life. Those things they are hiding from you is the things I teach and I talk about here. So get this book. It will help you a lot, especially if you are still in Christianity. You're looking for the correct evidence, original evidence of the validity of African spirituality. This book solves all those problems. It answers all those questions. The first book reading on this subject in the history of Nigeria, the history of the whole West Africa. Then this one, Walking in the Shadow of the Gods. Over 200 spells are here for every aspect of your life, for love, health, prosperity, wellness. Different herbs with the botanical names are listed here. You need to have this one. Then if you want to know about our African deities, the consciousness of the African deities, what they represent, how to make contact with the intelligence behind this deity, how to empower yourself to embody the principles of these deities inside you. Whispers of Amente has already solved that problem. So with this book now, you will know about some major African deities. It doesn't make sense that you are from Africa, you know nothing about African spirituality, you don't have affiliation with any of our deities, you don't venerate any single African deity. It's a very big shame and disgrace. It makes you a totally un-African person, a Negropian at best, a caricature of an African. So you need this knowledge, and this knowledge is here waiting for you, raw, unadulterated. So get this book, better yet, get the 3 of them. Empower yourself today. If you want to do your oracle tarot divination, I do that consultation on this channel. I charge $50 for that. If you want to buy any spiritual item, soaps to meditation beads, to cowries, to native shock, to ointments or insects, all those things we use in African spirituality practices, I sell them here. You can get original stuff from here, not the fake one. Okay, all these are here to enhance your practice. I am here to support you, to stand with you until you can stand by yourself and you can raise other people to this level. We rise by lifting others. So this is part of the struggle. At the point you will have to sacrifice yourself to put a face to the practice, the way I have put in my face to the practice. All your family people will see you and say, this is who you are. And then many of them will run away because you have chosen to go against the grain, to break yoke, to stand with the ancestors. You will lose so many things. But this is a sacrifice we are ready to pay for a better Africa. Are you ready to pay the same sacrifice and to stand with me today? To stand with the ancestors? I will ask you, we don't force person. It has to come from inside you. So when you're ready, I'll be here waiting. So with that in mind, I thank you very much for watching today. Those people that have been supporting me, that are fighting the fights every part of the world in their own small way, I salute you. We will grow together and we will overcome. We are confident in the victory of good over evil, according to Bob Marley. We'll win this war. So I thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace. One love.